Hello everyone, welcome back to Chris's Granite Paradise. Today we're going to take a break from the Italy series and we are going to look at some rocks. I have several big boxes like this of lapidary slabs. There was a period in time quite a few years ago when I would pretty avidly collect them. I have a few friends that work in lapidary and they'd have leftovers, or I'd buy them at the rock shows, you know, where you'd see these Tupperwares full of slabs and you could just dig through. Nobody really knew what they were most of the time, but I bought them because they were pretty and I thought I would do some projects with them. And I probably will, Lord willing. I still have enough life left. But today I'm kind of sorting through these. I've gotten pickier, as most of us do as we get older in the rock collecting hobby. So I'm filling up a box with stuff that is low graded, or maybe I'll give it away. I don't know. And then I want to have a box of the stuff that I still really want to keep. And I've sorted out this stuff that I want to keep, and that's what I want to show you today. And we might, if you guys seem to enjoy these videos, I may do some more. Again, I have several boxes like this that are just full of slabs. A couple buckets, big pieces, small pieces. Anyway, stick with me. We will look at some rocks and have some fun. This is a piece of chevron amethyst. I remember it being called that. I believe it's from Brazil. But I've seen material similar to this in other places. Let's get it wet. Gorgeous stuff. Chevron amethyst. So a lot of these I'm not going to know what they are. Please comment if you know. Again, in fact, this box that we're going through here, this was labeled as old stock, I think, when I bought it, and I probably bought it 20 years ago. Put that in the keeper box. So it's really old stock now. So those of you into lapidary, you might be able to tell me what some of these are. I'm going through, again, the ones I've already picked out that I think I want to keep. This seems to be... I'm thinking it's a basalt, actually, to be honest with you, but I doubt somebody would have cut a basalt. Maybe it's some kind of Jasper. Thoughts, opinions? It always looks so much better when wet. This is a nice thick slab. I'm just going to say Jasper. Couldn't really tell you much more than that. I know I shouldn't put them in the cardboard box wet, but it's so hot in the shed where I store these, they'll dry out in no time. I thought the light went through this, but it doesn't. Oh, I used to spend hours digging through these boxes when they'd have them at the rock shows. Could be petrified wood. This one I recognize. You guys may have seen my flat pebble limestone video, as well as a short that I have of the Jasper version of this material from Lysite, Wyoming. I recommend that you watch the long video. I believe that's the title of it, is Flat Pebble Limestone. Not sure where this one's from. This is different than any that I have. Same material though. Why they cut it 1/16 of an inch thick, I don't know. That's probably why it was in their discards. I actually have a few of these slabs. So I probably shouldn't put it on the bottom. I'll stand it up over here for now. I like this one. If you look at the side, it seems to have a grain, especially on this side. So it's cut diagonally across the grain. I'm hoping this is petrified wood. One of you guys is going to drop a comment telling me what this is. Very unique pattern. I'll try to get a close-up photo of this one for you. Similar to a piece we already looked at, some kind of Jasper. Sometimes my commentaries are short. That means I don't know anything. Here's another piece of what looks like that same rock I thought might have been basalt. That's a pretty one. That's all I can say about it. Light goes through it a little bit in the agate areas. Yeah, that's showing up in the video. Thoughts, comments? Wow. I would love to have, in fact, I think I have out here somewhere a big version of this, a rough version. That's what I should do, is find my rough equivalents of these. Because on the sculptures over here, all kinds of natural rocks. That sculpture there is covered with a lot of Jaspers, as is all of them really. But today we're just looking at the slices. This I believe is rhodochrosite or rhodonite. Not sure what the difference is. I think one is crystalline. These I have a few of, so you may see these again in the future videos. Somebody must have cut a lot of this material, and I remember I have it in one of the other buckets too. Seems to be a Jasper. Those of you really into this, you might be able to give me a name. Wow, I forgot how fun this is. This I'm pretty sure is petrified wood. When I say petrified wood, most likely they're from Wyoming. Here, my friend was going to cut all these cabs out of it. I don't think I got this from my friend. I think I got this at a show. But he must have decided he had enough of them and didn't want to cut anymore. But this side's nice and clear. This I know is petrified wood, and I believe it's from Oregon. I can't remember the name of it. This is another one I have quite a few pieces of. Ooh, I like this one. Nice color and pattern there. Again, you can see where they drew the cabochons that they were hoping to cut. I'm surprised they didn't go ahead and cut them. This is really nice material. Nice big piece here. I want to say this is Bear Canyon Agate, I believe it's called. Nice big solid evenly cut piece. These real big ones I don't want to lay on the very bottom. Oh, I like this one. Most likely petrified wood. I could be wrong. Those of you who know about petrified wood, if it is, so this is obvious here, but what would all this be? Very curious. I'll try to insert a nice picture of this one too. This is one of my own. You guys may remember my graphic granite. I have a nice big polished river cobble of graphic granite. This is part of what I cut off of it. I must have made a mistake because I see I made a cut here and then I cut it again here. So I don't remember what happened, but anyway, here's a nice slab of Big Thompson River Canyon graphic granite. Who needs to binge watch Netflix when you can look at rocks? I'm thinking this is more rhodonite or rhodochrosite in its matrix. It's a nice even slab. Doesn't seem to have any cracks in it. Another big one. First I thought this was petrified wood, but I'm pretty sure it's Jasper of some kind. Doesn't really have the right grain for wood. Another little green Jasper. Or perhaps it is an epidote of some kind, but the grain is really fine, so I'm pretty sure it's a Jasper. Another slice of the same stuff. Yep, they're off the same rock, you can tell. So here where it's dry, you can almost see the pattern better. I believe this is petrified algae. That's a sticker right there, the leftover of a sticker. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is algae, most likely from Wyoming. I have quite a bit of algae from Wyoming, fossilized algae. Guess I probably don't need to clarify that it's fossilized, but rainbow petrified wood from Arizona. At some point I want to do a video about that material because I have quite a bit of it out here. Some nice pieces. There we go. Refocus. That's why they call it rainbow. It just has so many colors. Utah Wonderstone. Feels really fine grained, really hard. Could be a Jasper, but I know I've seen material that looks like this, and I have some on a sculpture over there. And I know it's from Utah, and I tumbled it. Came out really nice. I'll insert a little video clip here of it. The Wonderstone from Utah. This is similar to the slab I was just showing you. That slab feels a little smoother though, even on the rough edges. This stuff's a little sandier. There we go, now I'm focused. Anyway, just thought I would show you another version of it. Snowflake Obsidian. This is nice because the spots are kind of big and you can really see they almost look like florets. They have a flower pattern to them almost. Oh, what would this be? Leopard skin, Jasper? No, not leopard skin. Or maybe it is leopard skin. It's either leopard skin or ocean jasper. I'm not an expert in lapidary, so excuse my what may appear as ignorance. Ooh, that's a pretty one. Don't know what it is, but it's a nice even slab. They must have had some reason for selling it, or they would have made cabs out of it. I love that bluish purple there. Again, a lot of these are old stock. Comments and suggestions I would love to hear. Now this one looks really boring until you get it wet. I wish the sun were out. I'm not sure if you can see the purple, but this is really purple sheen obsidian. I'm gonna pause here and turn the flash on and see if that gets it for us. That might help. There we go, now it's focused. Nice piece. Well, I decided what I'm going to do with the slabs that I want to keep them from breaking. I'll kind of stand them up. I think that's better. That's what we would do in the stone business. So, okay, here's another piece of I'll put that in last because they're so thin, of the flat pebble limestone. Now this is another one that's cut about that's probably less than a 1/16. Light shines through some of the pebbles. Don't know where it's from, some kind of conglomerate. Very pretty though. That's a nice piece of jasper. Grant, if you're watching this looks a lot like the quarry site jasper. You might be able to remember this and tell me if this came from one of our finds up there. Very colorful. Let's go ahead and stand these big ones up. That one's too big to fit in the box. We'll have to lay him flat later. That one barely fits, but it can go. Nice. And of course we all know tiger's eye. Can't really see what that tag says. Maybe it'll show in the video. I understand this stuff's getting hard to get now. I've got a few rough pieces of it around. I don't remember having too many slabs of it, but this is a nice one for sure. Top there. We might get cut short. That cloud's looking very promising for rain. But we'll keep going here for a minute. Some kind of jasper. Ah, sandstone. This is not picture jasper. I can feel the grain. It's really rough, so this is definitely the sandstone version. I'll try to insert a little clip here of similar material that I have from the Yellowstone River. These are all sandstones similar to that from the Yellowstone River. Really nice material, very colorful. Here's one that I cut and polished. If you watched my Yellowstone series, you may have seen these already. And I also have a couple of slabs of this material from Pakistan. This is most likely Wyoming or someplace local here. Nice stuff. It's a real thick one. Comments, suggestions. Yeah, that's a nice material. Have no clue as to what it might be though. Okay, this is iron pyrite and silver in black quartz from the Idaho Silver Mine. And it looks like I bought it for $10. That might give you an idea of how long ago I got it. I don't know if you can get a chunk of silver ore for $10 anymore. Yeah, you can kind of see the reflections in there. I probably should be doing at least some of these on a sunny day. But I got inspired. Here's another piece of that same Oregon petrified wood we saw earlier. Maybe this is Mukaite. Grant, if you're watching this, I probably got this from you. The Mukaite from Australia. Let me know. Feels like a Jasper, but it's got these dendrites in it. It is starting to rain. I'm going to pick up the pace. This I recognize, definitely Unikite. Could even be local. It's got a price on it, so that means I probably bought it. Can't really make out what it says. Nice vivid green though. Lots of Unikite here in the Cache La Poudre River. I've got a couple of videos that I've done on Unikite, and I'm kind of getting ready to do another one. Could be Lysite plume agate. Somebody know? Let me know. Now here is snowflake obsidian of a completely different variety. Just the same thing, but the spots are a lot smaller. Hope it's focusing for you. Oh, this is a nice piece of rainbow wood. Here comes the rain. Maybe we'll see a rainbow. Yeah, it's so colorful. Hopefully the thunder comes out in the video. That'd be a nice effect for you guys. Another piece of sandstone. Definitely sandy. I can feel the grit. Those of you who know about jade, could this be jade? I don't know if jade oxidizes on the outside like that, or it's just a Jasper. I'm hanging on to it just because it just looks cool with that frame around it. This I know is Grant and my Lysite bamboo Jasper, as we were calling it. This is a nice slab. I'm sure I got it from Grant. This originated as flat pebble limestone, which is a tempestite. It's formed where limestone is forming in a shallow sea, and violent storms come and kind of break it up, tumble the chunks around into pebbles, and then they re-solidify. But in this case, it has become jasperized. I think that's a word. Silicified, let's just say that. This is a really nice, likely petrified wood. It could be Parker wood. You can see the grain, definitely. And I have a lot of Parker wood. I'll get a video clip of that and insert it here too. And here is one of my stashes of Parker wood. We call it Parker wood just because it comes from Parker, Colorado, which is near Denver. But all of these have those black inclusions mixed with the yellow. Very pretty stuff. But that's probably the center of the tree there is what I'm guessing. Very nice piece. This is actually the end cut, so here it's a rough surface. Nice. I know this is a Rhyolite, can't remember the name of it. You can definitely see the agate filled vesicles though. Adam, if you're watching this, you've sent me a few Rhyolites that have these vesicles. I wonder what yours would look like cut, because several that I've gotten from you, they're not this green, but they do have a greenish hue to them. Could be interesting. This, I believe, is just a Jasper. Again, it's an end cut. Someone like me, but it wasn't me, but someone who just cuts granite. Looks like I paid 50 cents for this one. Can you get anything for 50 cents anymore? Turquoise or chrysocolla? Comments, please. Here's a piece of that same petrified wood that, and you can definitely tell it's wood here. This is the natural river rounded surface. But you remember I was asking what would this other material be that was attached to it. I love the petrified woods. There's another petrified wood. I believe this is from Oregon. All right, we're gonna get wet. Last rock for the day. Well, thank you guys for joining me. We never even touched the rest of the box. We still have to go through all this material. I'll probably sort through it, do the downgrading, and then just show you guys like I just did. We'll do another video showing you the good stuff. My box of good stuff is about halfway or a third full. So, God bless you guys. If you like this, please let me know. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll keep these coming. I have a whole bunch of series going. I have my Yellowstone series, my Italy series now, quarry site series, and I just try to get one added to each list now and then. Keep things interesting. I never want to tire somebody with doing all one subject for a very long time. Yes, look at the clouds. Thank you, Lord. Let it rain.